Today, I'll show you code-compliant wiring of a GFCI receptacle for single location protection when continuing out to more fixtures. First, the basics about the receptacle. Looking on the back, you'll see line indicated. And your load will likely be covered up, but even if it's not, it should be clearly marked as load. On the side of the narrow slot, we should have brass screws or possibly black. The hot wires attach here. And then on the side of the wide slot, we should have our silvers. The neutral white wires attach here. For this project, only line terminals will be used. Now let's look at a scenario where we've got our line in and then our load out going to other fixtures, but we're still going to have just single location protection just on the GFCI. Now what we're going to do is we're going to connect our GFCI through a pigtail, both for the black and for the white. So to make our pigtail, you want it to be at least 6 inches long. If you're doing a J hook on your outlet, then you would want to trim this to 3/4 of an inch or 19 millimeters. We're going to do the back wire method, so we just go by the gauge, and that's good. And then on the other end, which is going into the moret, then there we need at least 3/4 of an inch. You could always do more because it will get trimmed after anyways. So now I've got my 2 pigtails. We're going to be concerned with our line screws only. Black to brass for our pigtail. Tighten that with green handled Robertson. Now again with our pigtail to line, we've got our silver screw to our white wire pigtail. Tighten that with green handled Robertson. And then what you're going to do, you're going to take your line in and your load out and your pigtails, and now we're going to connect those all together. So if we started with the black, we take those 3, line them up, get your linesman pliers, twist those ends together. I want a nice mechanical connection. I'm going to clean that end up by trimming them off. And then making sure that you've got a moret which will handle 3 wires. Now this is 15 amp, so we've got 3 14 gauge wires. You want to make sure that your wire nut will handle that. This one's maximum 3 12 gauge, so this is good. Wire that. Once it gets snug, just keep going. We get a little bit of winding on those wires as well. That just adds a little extra insurance. And now we'll do the same with our white wires. I need at least 3/4 inch strip there, minimum. So I'm going to go a little bit more even. 3/4 of an inch. We'll connect these. Incidentally, if they were previously J hooks and you're connecting them like this, you would want to cut the J hooks off, strip the wires from scratch, start from scratch. Don't straighten out the wires and reuse them. Clean up the end. Put on the moret till it twists the wires. There we go. On our ground, we're going to put a pigtail. So that will go on there so that it's on clockwise. So as we tighten, it doesn't push it off. One last thing to collect all of our grounds. We've got the pigtail from the green screw. We've got the bare wire from each of our 2-wire. And then there would be one more. If you've got a metal box, there's going to be one more pigtail from the box. So now, twist those all together. I've got one wire. You can see not only is this end a little ragged, but I've got one wire that only comes to here. So when I trim this up, I want to make sure that I trim it to that shortest wire. Now, because I've got 4 wires, I need a larger moret. Tighten that up until the wires start to twist again. There we go. So that gives us our line in, our load out, our blacks come together, and there's a pigtail running to our line brass screw. Our whites come together, line in and load out, come together, and there's a pigtail going to our line silver screw. We've got a ground on the green, a pigtail. We've got a pigtail that would come from the box. And then we've got our bare coppers from our 2-wire line in and 2-wire load out. And in that scenario, anything that we have further on down the line does not have GFCI protection. The only GFCI protection in this scenario is here. I hope that was helpful. Please like, subscribe, comment, and ring that bell. Have another wiring project? Check out this video. Thanks for watching.